So tell us, many people may not have heard yet of Trim. What is Trim?
Yes. So Trim, and I think most people have heard of it, actually. I keep running into people.
Awesome.
Like, I ran into a guy at a bar the other day, and he said, hey, what do you do? And I said, I run this really exciting personal finance company, and it does a whole lot of things to save you money. Okay. We'll negotiate your bills. We'll track your transactions and make sure that your money is going to the place where you think it's going to. Also, we send you a little text message when you get paid, which I at least personally appreciate. And we help people to negotiate their medical bills and find cheaper insurance as in our partnership with you all, and a whole bunch of other features. So you can think of broadly, Trim saves you money in a whole variety of ways. Anyway, so I give my little stump speech at this bar, and the guy's like, do you mean, is it kind of like Trim? And I said, yes, it is kind of like Trim. Exactly. So it was very
You're
cool.
kidding me. That's awesome. Totally. What do you want Trim to be? That it's maybe is today, maybe it's not today, but 3 years from now, what do you want people to describe Trim as?
Yeah, well,
how do you want them to feel about Trim?
Obviously, top of mind for us, we were acquired by OneMain Financial in May, and OneMain is like this giant public company, and they have tons of branches all across America where they help people to improve their financial lives by offering credit, right? So a little bit different from what we do, but the idea is that these are complementary, and that someone who's coming in and saying, hey, I am not able to access credit elsewhere, and I'm looking for a loan to consolidate credit card debt or deal with some personal emergency or yada yada. Like, that's a really, really kind of critical core product. But what else can we add to it, right? And so the idea behind the acquisition is, how can Trim take its money-saving, financial health improving product and scale that to more people? And from OneMain's perspective, hey, we already have huge distribution and an enormous brand across America, and we're touching a lot of folks who could really benefit from this technology. How do we get it out to them?
The founding, forgetting the founding, but the trends in fintech today, what are you seeing? How are you reacting? What do you think is going on in fintech right now that's keeping you, catching your interest?
Yeah. Well, look, it's really exciting, right? And I think your TAM is expanding in two ways. The first is that the number of consumers who are open and willing to, switching their bank, right, or switching their insurance, or switching the way they do things, is growing at a very fast clip. And it turns out that a lot of the marketing messages really resonate. A lot of these new features really resonate. And just, I think this is generally true, that anytime you're able to deliver more value to customers, they are more interested in your product. So you're seeing a lot of great products out there. And it turns out a lot more people want those than perhaps we realized 10 years ago. The second, on the B2B side, the sales cycle is getting a lot faster, right? And no longer is it like this uphill slog where, hey, it's going to take me 3 years and 14 steak dinners to do this partnership.
Much to the chagrin of people who like your Amex points.
Yeah, true, exactly. But now people kind of get it, right? And they understand that these new vendors can add a ton of value and can also, just be great to work with. And so I think there's been kind of a sea change in the mindset about what it means to work with a fintech.